the cushion.
Whoa.
Yes.
This one. How about this one? You know what this? Oh, this one is Chuck Yeager. He's the first pilot to fly with the speed of sound. This one.
That's
He discovered one part of the airplane, which is the aileron.
the one part called.
Oh, okay, that's the aileron. He discovered the aileron, this one.
Oh, where's the aileron? Here.
Okay, so help me out, the aileron there. Well, it was actually located here on the outer part of the wings.
The flaps?
No, that's not the flaps. The flaps are in the inner. This one is the slats. This one is the aileron. It controls the roll and back movement of the airplane. Okay, let's start, Captain.
Okay.
On the first part, what you are going to fly for today, it is a Cessna 172 Skyhawk SP.
I already know that.
No.
Okay, Cessna 172 Skyhawk.
Wow. That
SP.
one? That one?
Oh yeah, this one. It's actually the real part of the airplane. This one. It's a
Wow.
172 Skyhawk. Yeah, of course.
It's not so metal.
Yes, it is. Okay, so we are going to start our flight for today. So it's 12:06. I'll give you some time, 10-15 minutes for free flight briefing. Okay, the manufacturer is the Cessna. It was founded by Clyde Cessna in Wichita. So the 172 Skyhawk SP is the series of the aircraft. Okay, so it is powered by a Continental engine. In real situation, it has 180 horsepower
Wow.
up to
Like that.
210.
That one?
Yes, it is. But Beechcrafts are way more powerful actually.
Yeah.
So it's 180 horsepower, 180 to 210 horsepower powered by Continental engines. First flown 1955 and 1956, 4,000 built, and up to now it's still flying. And it is
Wow.
known to be one of the best flying flight training aircrafts in the world.
Yeah.
Of course.
For training?
Yes, for training. And it's one of the powerful flight training aircrafts to be known. Okay, let's proceed with this one. I bet you know about the rudders.
Yeah.
As what you told me earlier, let's proceed with the effects of control for next lesson. Yes. For us pilots, it is important for us to understand the way how everything works up there. Of course, we have three parts of the airplane that controls some axis in a real flight situation. We have letter E,
E.
we have A, and R.
R.
It's not really an ear.
Here.
Yeah.
So this one, it is known to be the elevator.
Computer.
The second one, it is known to be the aileron.
And the R means for rudder?
Yes, it is. You're correct. So R for a rudder. So these two, it is controlled by the yoke.
The yoke? Where's the
Hey, come here. Later, later. Come here.
Yeah, the yoke. Yeah, the yoke. So it is controlled by the yoke. It is the steering wheel of the aircraft. But again, we are not going to use the yoke on the ground. We are just going to use the yoke up there when we are going to fly as well. And upon airborne, what we are going to do is we are going to pull the yoke later. So assuming that the elevator.
You have to listen.
The customer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they also like to be a pilot.
Yes, they are just like you. So the elevator here is connected at the tail section, which is the back section of the airplane. Assuming this is the dorsal fin and the tail section of the aircraft, this one is the vertical stabilizer. Yes, it is. This one is the vertical stabilizer. This one is the horizontal stabilizer. Right now, as you can see here, on the back part, oh wait. As you can see, this one is the elevator.
Yeah.
So yes, this one. So it is connected right here. Alright. It controls the pitch movement of the airplane. So why we can control the airplane up there is when we are going to apply yoke by applying back pressure, by pulling it, what will happen to the elevator here at the back? It will move down. So the nose of the airplane is, it will move upward. So what will happen to the airplane is, it will fly.
But if
Yes.
like this, it will go down.
Yes, this one.
Like
It will move downward. Yes, it will go downward. So what will happen to the nose of the airplane? It
Up.
moves upward. That's why the aircraft flies. When you are going to pull the yoke. So upon descending, and if you want to descend, not just for power, we can also do applying forward pressure by pushing the yoke. What will happen to the elevator is? What do you think?
It will go up.
Alright, very intelligent. Yes, of course. It will move up. And what will happen to the nose of the airplane? It will?
Go down.
Go down.
Of course. It will move down as well. Very good, huh? Later, I have something to prepare for you. And we can perform a practice force landing. I want you to glide the airplane later because you are a very intelligent kid. So, again, it controls the pitch movement of the aircraft, which is for primary effect here, we have the pitch. And for the secondary effect here, it controls nothing. Why? Because it only controls the upward and movement
By
of
the
the
yoke?
airplane. Yes, by the yoke. Very good. Very intelligent kid here.
Yeah.
So, we have the second part, which is the aileron. So, have you seen that guy over there?
What?
There, the first one.
The,
That
the
one?
topmost.
Yes,
Topmost. This
the
one.
first one, the topmost.
You have
Yes.
to remember the name.
That one is Glenn Curtis. He is the founder and he's the one who designed the aileron.
Aileron.
So as you can see here, where is the aileron? It is located in the wings of the aircraft on the outer section.
This one?
Yes, it is.
It's there by the wingtip.
Yes, here on the wingtip of the outer layer. Right now, it
I
controls
don't
what?
know these parts until now.
Oh, there are 3 parts in the Airbus and in the Boeing section. This thing, what do you think aircraft is this one?
It's an A380.
Of course, very intelligent kid. This one is an A380-800. So for an
I have one
Airbus,
in my home.
wow,
Wow,
really?
galing.
That's really a big aircraft if you put that thing inside your house. But this one,
The largest aircraft in the world.
yes it is, the largest passenger aircraft in the world. What is the most largest aircraft in the world? If this one is the largest passenger, what is the largest aircraft?
Anton 825.
Very good, very intelligent. Yes, it's the Antonov 225. You know those airplanes. Very intelligent kid.
The Ukraine.
Yes, it is. It is located in Ukraine. Wow. Okay, let's go back to this one. Okay,
So cute.
this one
Galing.
is the aileron. So right here on the inner part,
That's called the flaps.
yes, this one is the flaps and this one is the slats. Okay, and this one on the upper part, it has the air brakes as well. Okay, but we are not going to tackle this one here because we are just only flying a single engine prop.
Cessna.
Yes. Okay. So what we only have here are 2 sets for the Cessna. So assuming that this one is the wings of the aircraft, just like this, but this one is very different because it points backwards. This one, it is located here as well. So it has only 2 sets, something like that one. It has a lot of sets because it has parking brakes, we have the slats, we have the flaps, we have the aileron there, and a lot of things controlled by the Airbus. So since we are just going to fly a light train aircraft here, the aileron is located on the outermost of the wings.
This one.
Yes,
Yes.
very good. And the inner part is the,
Flaps.
yes, very good. Okay, so what do you think? If the elevator controls the pitch movement of the aircraft, what do you think controls the roll and back?
The yoke.
Yes,
No.
it's still the yoke, but what part of the airplane again?
Aileron.
Aileron.
Yes, it is. Very good. It is the aileron. So, if we have pitch here, the primary effect of the aileron, it controls the back and roll movement of the airplane. So, assuming that we are going to fly later,
This one?
yes, this one. Assuming that you're going to fly later and you wanted to go from one place to another and you wanted to commence a turn, what you have to do to the yoke is you're just going to turn the yoke to the left. What will happen to the airplane is it will bank and roll to the left side. Yes. So assuming that the aileron is located on the outermost part of the wings, so it will move like this. Okay? So yoke to the left. What will happen to the aileron here? It will
turn
move
left.
upward.
Or upward?
Upward. And what will happen to the aileron on the right? It will move downward as well.
Downward.
So that's why the airplane turns. So it deflects the wind that hits the aircraft on the wings. So assuming that you are going to turn on the right side, what will happen on the aileron on the right? It will move.
This one?
Yeah, that one. What will happen?
Will turn that. Go down.
Oh, the opposite one. It will move upward.
Upward.
And the other one, what do you think?
Go down.
Yes, very good. Intelligent. So it will move down. So that's why the airplane will
Roll.
bank and roll as well. Also, it has a secondary effect, which is it also controls the yaw movement of the airplane when you turn. So let's proceed with the rudder.
Here?
Yes, it is. So the rudder.
I can draw the wing.
Yeah, of course. There you go. Go draw the wing there. Okay, there. Okay. Okay, where's the engine?
What?
The engine.
Here?
Oh yeah, it will be located here underneath of it there. So we just gotta draw up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a long round. There you go. Okay, that's the engine. So that's where the wind hits. And that's why it produces thrust, because it is the heart of the airplane.
This one?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But then, without the engines, the airplane can still fly.
What?
Yes, because of its wings.
It can cut to it.
It will glide.
Yes, it will fly.
Hmm.
You just have to glide the airplane.
Right.
Because an aircraft takes off against the wind, not with it. Yes. Okay, let's go back.
Have sit down. Sit down. Bilis.
Okay, so let's proceed with this one. I think you're very familiar with the rudder, of course. During taxiing and run-up, of course, for the ground,
You have to listen. You have to listen.
when we are going to move on the ground, we are not going to use the yoke.
What?
Yes, the one that controls.
The rudder.
Yes, it is the pedal. The rudder pedals controls the movement of the airplane on the ground.
That's
So,
what?
oh
Is
yeah.
that the pedal?
Oh yeah, it was inside, as you can see. So, assuming that you wanted to move on the right side,
Which pedal?
so which side are you going to step?
This one.
The right, rudder, very good. What about the left side?
This.
The left one? Yes, of course, very intelligent kid. So, assuming that you wanted to go straightly, what are you going to do with the rudder pedal?
Don't touch.
So,
Don't touch.
just maintain straightly. Very good. Okay, so we have to level the rudder pedals at all times. So after we step on the right rudder, you always have to make sure to reduce the stepping at the same time and put the both of the rudder pedals on the level area mostly of the time so that the aircraft will move straightly along the taxiway. So, assuming that we are flying.
Here.
Oh yeah, here. So assuming that we are flying here. So, of course, we are flying and in preparation for landing, we have to approach the runway.
Runway.
Yes, the runway.
For example, this is the runway.
Yes. So assuming that this one is the runway, over here. Of course, this one is the aircraft. Let me borrow this. So, if there's a wind here that hits the aircraft.
That's called grabbing.
Oh yeah, crabbing. Wow, he knows crabbing.
Yeah.
You already know crabbing. How do you know that?
Crosswind.
Oh yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, we use that when we are about to do a crosswind landing.
I watched that from YouTube.
Wow, you're a very intelligent kid. Of course, but we are not going to use the crabbing here. We wanted to land the airplane as for the normal approach as well. So assuming this one is the crosswind, it hits the right side of the airplane. So what do you think? What will happen to the aircraft? It will move sideways. Yes, it is. Of course. So the aircraft will fly like this, and we wanted to point the nose directly on our runway. So what are we gonna do?
The crosswind landing is my favorite landing.
Really? Really? It's the most hardest part as well.
Yeah, it's the hardest land.
But I can do it from my hand too.
There you go. So this one. Okay, so we wanted to point the nose of the aircraft directly to the runway. So what are we gonna do? Is we are going to use the rudder pedal. So by using the rudder pedal, it controls your movement of the airplane. Yes, it is sideways. So by stepping on what side?
What side? Right or
Which
left?
one do you think? Right or left? Are we going to step? If the crosswind hits on this side and the aircraft points on the left side.
Left. Right?
Yes, it is. Very good. Of course, right. Upon stepping on the right, what will happen to the aircraft nose? It will align itself pointing directly to the runway.
And then it will touch hard.
Oh, not hard. We don't want to touch the aircraft hardly on the ground. Okay, so we can directly commence a normal approach in preparation for
For the landing.
Of course, it do also connects when you are going to back and roll the aircraft. So assuming that you are going to turn, by turning the airplane, can I borrow this one so you can actually see this? Upon turning, when you are flying and we are going to turn, what will happen to the airplane is without the rudder, it will turn like this. But with rudder, by stepping on it, it will be more coordinated. So we wanted to fly smoothly as much as we can. So what are we gonna do later is, when we are flying and we are about to commence back, I want you to tap and stamp on the pedal when the ball is not centered.
Can
But
I pedal?
yes,
Later.
but later, not directly step on the rudder pedal because it will continuously bang or roll. So in case of emergency, you will still have back to control the airplane when you want it to bang or roll the airplane. In case of emergency, when the aileron
It's
doesn't
not
work,
work.
by stepping on the rudder pedal continuously and by holding it, what will happen to the airplane is it will bang and continuously roll as well. Okay. So do you have any questions, Captain?
It's Cessna 172 while going here.
Oh yeah, there is, because there's a holding point which is Feliciano. When we are going to fly there, we usually fly and making an orbit there in Feliciano at 1,100.
My son is propeller.
Yes, it is. This one is hard cell propeller. It's for the engine prop as well. Okay, can we proceed to the third one, which is the last one?
Yeah.
All right.
Parang magiging regular ka dito, Sonjay.
Very intelligent kid, grabe. He was actually the first one. We never encountered some kids na ganito, sir. Grabe.
Grabe.
Sobrang advanced ng mind niya.
Oo.
Especially for those crabbing.
Mm.
Those are already for private pilot and commercial flying.
Nagre-research kasi yan.
Grabe. So, let us proceed. Okay.
Pag di niya maintindihan, isa-search
Search
niya.
niya sa YouTube.
Yeah.
Galing-galing.
That's the wing?
No, this is not
Kabisado
the
niya yan,
Oh,
yung
that's
world map.
so-
Kung saan.
Kabisado niya po.
Geography.
Wow.
Mm. Pag nag-ano siya dun sa globe, ikutin niya lang, and then, ganun siya.
Galing, sir.
Ang galing.
Grabe, very
Grabe.
advanced. Okay, let's proceed with the last part. This one is very interesting. Of course, assuming that you are flying someday, and you are flying from a different airport, for example, Manila Airport, and you want, oh yeah, and you are going to enter here in Clark. Of course, from Manila, and you are going to cross a lot of towns. Of course. Before entering the airspace of the airport, we have to ask clearance.
Yes,
Where are you
for
doing?
the
Tower.
ADC.
Yes, which is the ADC. He knows the ADC.
Air traffic control.
Yes, the air traffic control.
I can't imagine.
So, before we enter the pattern, we have to ask the tower for clearance by saying your ident, your position,
For example,
and your intention. Okay, can you give me a sample, Captain? Okay, follow after me, okay? Okay, tower. Say this, tower.
tower.
AD.
Can I clear for takeoff?
Of course, that's actually another one. Very good. That's for takeoff. But entering the pattern, we have to ask for clearance.
For
So,
landing?
yes, for landing. So in preparation for landing, we have to know the traffic pattern and altitude of the aerospace of each airport because it has different altitude and different field elevations as well for us to understand. Of course, this one, we are going to fly Clark International Airport and we are going to use a runway 02. So it has a field elevation of 500 feet.
That's from the TPWS.
Yeah. So,
I didn't know that's takeoff.
okay, this one. Let me introduce this one to you, the first leg. This one is the upwind leg.
Wind.
The second one here would be crosswind.
Crosswind.
The third one here would be located this one. Initial. Downwind.
Downwind. Remember that, the three.
The second part here, which is on the middle, parallel directly to the runway, is the mid downwind. Later, the late downwind here. Second to last, we have the base. Lastly, we have final. Okay, can you guess which part here is the most risky part when we are going to fly the airplane? Which leg? What do you think? Is it the crosswind, initial downwind?
Crosswind I think because it's hard. Yes, also.
Okay, try guessing another one. Which one here? Do you think it's the upwind leg, the final leg, the base here, late downwind?
What?
Which one here do you think? Try to guess. At least one.
The base, the
The
final.
base, the final, the crosswind,
The
or the
downwind.
downwind leg? Which one do you think there is the most risky part?
Risky part?
Yes, it's flying.
Crosswind?
Oh,
No,
the
you have to
crosswind.
choose one.
Choose another
Because
one.
it's so hard.
No, choose another
That
one.
you
Choose another
can
one.
just upwind.
Yes, upwind. That's actually one. You got it right. Why upwind? This is where the aircraft takes off. This will be your takeoff leg. So assuming that you are going to fly later, this will be your first leg from runway 02. We are going to fly later. From 500 feet elevation, what I want you to do is you are going to climb up to 1,400 feet.
Well, that's so high.
Well, it's not really high. Why? Because we already have a 500 feet
500
elevation
feet.
here. So, we are only flying 900. So, another one,
Listen.
if this is one of the most risky part, there's another one as well.
The
Be
final.
I know.
Yes, one. This one is the landing.
Yeah, the landing.
Why do
The
you
normal
think?
part.
Yes. Why do you think that we call these two the most risky part in flying? It's because we don't have altitude.
Altitude.
Yes. It is much easier and it will be much easier for you to fly a plane as a pilot if you have more altitude. Because if in case of emergency and we have an engine failure, it will be easier for us to commence a glide to perform a forced landing in an open field. But without the altitude, the airplane is prone for stalling on the ground. That's why the aircraft crash. And we don't want that. That's
Yeah,
why
I also
we are going to focus here. What I want you to do later, when we are about to take off, I want you to establish outside as much as you can. Since we are going to fly VFR, VFR means Visual Flight Rules. It means that 75% you are going to establish outside by looking out, and 25% you check inside numbers. Okay? Looking out, check numbers, look out for traffic. That's how it works.